Good morning. A very successful businessman had an appointment with one of the big industrialists in the city in which he was visiting, and it was to be at the industrialist's home, and so he went to the home, and he got there a little bit early, and they ushered him into a very well appointed room, and he sat there and he looked at all the beautiful things that were in the room and how well it was taken care of, and he could hear the voices in the background, and he knew that there was a family back there and that the man was back there with his family. And as he looked at everything that was around him and he heard what was going on back there, he said, maybe I'm making a mistake by being a bachelor. Maybe there's something really worthwhile about being in a family. And then he looked at himself and he noticed that his were kind of dusty, and that he had some spots on his tie, and that his hair wasn't right, it was too long, and that he really wasn't that well kept, and his shirt wasn't the collar was kind of messed up. And he thought about it, and he looked at it, and he said, man, I wish I'd have done a little better. Well, about that time, a little 5-year-old boy scampered into the room. He walked up and he stood right in front of the man, and he looked him in the eye and he said, my daddy says you're a self-made man. Is that true? And the man thought, he said, I guess that's true, son. And the little boy looked at him and he said, what'd you make yourself look like that for? And with that he turned and ran out of the room. And the man said, my face turned crimson because I looked at the spots on my tie, and I looked at the messed up pants, and I looked at my shirt, and I looked at my hair, and I was really embarrassed. And he said, after we had our meeting, I went home, and when I got home, I took a long look at myself in the mirror. And he said, I didn't like what I saw. And then he said, I decided to take a look at myself inside of myself. And he said, I saw myself as unkept and as untidy on the inside as I am on the outside. And he said, with that, I got down my Bible and I had a long session with God, and I made a decision that things had to be different. And the lesson out of that is, I guess we make ourselves what we are. Isn't that tragic? Actually, we want to blame everybody else for what we are, but in reality, we make ourselves what we are. And as the little boy said, what'd you make yourself look like that for? And I guess that's a question we all need to answer. Why are we like we are? When we have the ability to pray to the good Lord to help us become more than we are. I'm praying you'll learn to do that in your life today. God bless you.